RESCUE, Rescue Aid Society. Hands held high, touch the sky.
You mean everything to me.
We're talking about rescuers. Down Under. Theme music.
Two sides of the same coin.
That podcast is weird.
Hello and welcome to Two Sides of the Same Coin, where two nerds talk about media. And wow, we're talking about Rescuers Down Under. It's been a while since we've done a Disney movie, and who other to bring on to talk about a Disney movie than my good friend, one of my favorite people to put on the podcast to talk to, just in general, Zach.
How you doing?
Zach, I know we were talking about this a little before, but I really miss you.
I miss you too. I saw that you were doing the podcast again, and I was like, oh, me. I want to come back and talk to my friend. So yeah, I'm glad to have the opportunity to come back.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad too. I really am. Really am trying to get back into the swing of things, which is it's hard. It's hard. It's to get that momentum and to keep going on.
I keep thinking about like bringing back Godfellas, but it's like I only want to do episodes about things we've already talked about, because now it's in my mind I'm like I feel differently, and then I listen, I'm like I more or less feel the same. I am just more articulate now.
I think go for it. Go for it, 'cause especially since I mean some of these feelings are from however many years ago.
Yeah, well, it's funny because I like specifically Russell Crowe's Noah. I did that episode, and I feel like I landed pretty positive on it. But now I'm like, I think this movie is like kind of great, and I want to talk about it again.
I definitely think you could. I think you definitely could do it again, because especially since that was one of the first episodes you did.
That was the 4th episode.
Yeah. I mean,
of the release, because we did a couple where we just tried it out, and those are not on the face of the earth anymore. They shouldn't get out.
No, I'm thinking about redoing a couple of the old episodes. I need to redo Emperor's New Groove.
Mm-hmm.
The first episode, it's the audio was messed up, and I just kept it. I don't know why I did.
Sometimes you gotta do that sometimes. So you learn, and then you listen back and you go, oh, okay. Yeah. But no, that's like revisit. I think I messaged you specifically because I was listening to our top 5 musicals episode.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't agree with this at all. I was like, I mean, last 5 years I think would still make mine. That's maybe it though. I mean, I still love Bloody Bloody Andrew Jackson, but I'm like, man, top 5. I was like, I didn't.
Sound of Music not on there no more.
So here's a weird thing happened. I went on vacation this summer, and I was like, I don't want to be on my phone the whole time. Mm-hmm. How do I listen to music though? So I went out and I bought a cassette player, and they every record store in America has like cassettes, and a bunch of them are getting rid of them for cheap. So I bought The Sound of Music on cassette and listened to it, and it's not as good if Julie Andrews and Christopher Plummer aren't doing it. And I was thinking man, I really, and now that I've kind of gotten back into doing a little more theater, it's like part of the fun of theater is you see a show and you think this would be really cool to see this actor in or this actress in. And Sound of Music is one where I was like, I don't really want to see anyone else do it. And I think that's maybe a testament. I still think the music is good. There's some great songs, but I don't know that the stage adaptation is like the best version of that show. You know what I mean? Yeah,
no, I agree with you. I
mean, I'd have to think about it, but I don't know. When we do that episode again,
at some point, I need to watch a couple newer and older musicals. But
I'll send you some of the shows that that I got to do for.
Oh, I'm excited.
That was the most vain thing I said. You want to see good theater? See my no. I'm barely in those shows, but they're. But I get to work with a lot of really talented people, so that's fun.
It's always fun to work with really talented people.
Like you, Noah.
Zach, I wish that were true. I know I shouldn't say that about myself, but it doesn't always feel true.
Noah, do you remember the first episode where you didn't want to turn on the camera, and now you're here and you've set up your mic stand and you've got you look very official and you've got everything together? No, you're very good at what you do and you're crushing it.
I'm trying. We might be going video next year. Maybe. It's a possibility. I started working on video editing. I did that with a clip for the Friday the 13th episode.
I just saw that. I thought it was very good. I was dang, Noah, is this you? Good job, man.
It's hard. It's hard.
So you and Noah Heisinger from Secondhand Film Critics, because your names are so similar, I thought he was rewatching Friday the 13th, and I was like, well, on Letterboxd, and then when I was like, oh, that was you? Okay, Noah.
Yeah. All right. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about the Rescuers Down Under. Rescuers Down Under. Let me do the brief synopsis from Google. This film came out November 16th, 1990. Exactly 13 years after the first one.
Wow, was it that long?
Yeah, I thought it was 20 years, but it was only 13.
It's a weird, that feels like a weird passage of time, because I was like, if it were 2 or 3 years, that makes sense. Mm-hmm. Or even 20 years later, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. But 13 is just I know why they did it, but yeah.
It's also weird. It's a weird movie. I mean, they weren't considering it the Renaissance at that time, but it's a weird movie to come out in the beginning of the Renaissance.
Oh, I was thinking about that. It's well, here's my kind of soft theory is that Disney could have gone one of two ways, because they had a hit with Great Mouse Detective, and then they had a hit with Little Mermaid, and then they had a hit with Beauty and the Beast. Had Rescuers been a hit, maybe we would have gotten more talking animal mouse themed movies. I mean, Lion King was a hit, so it's kind of silly to say that, but specifically mice movies, we could have had a lot of those.
Yeah. All right. So, brief synopsis of the film. Cody, I mixed up the words. Cody, a boy living in Australia outback, frees a rare golden eagle from a trap. When an evil poacher kidnaps Cody to catch the eagle, a group of local animals contacts the Rescue Aid Society in New York City, who assign their top mice, Bernard and Bianca, to the case. To save Cody and the eagle, the agents fly to Australia on a clumsy albatross, played by John Candy, and enlist the help of an adventurous kangaroo rat named Jake. That's
what it is.
Yeah, that's what it is. All right. So let's do some that we haven't done in a while. Let's just talk about all the things we liked about the film first.
Okay.
Would you like to start, or would you like me to start?
I will start.
Okay.
When the opening score kicks in,
yes,
I feel like I could bust down a building with my bare hands. It gets me so hyped for the adventure that we're gonna go on. I think Bianca and Bernard as characters I want to watch 20 different movies with them. I think they're just drawn really well. And I think if we could talk about the first Rescuers for a second, I think they're one of the few Disney couples who we see go through the stages of dating, because so often it's they meet, then they get married. And I love the moment when they're riding the albatross in the first one, and he puts his arm around her and he's all nervous. I think it's so cute. I think they're a cute couple that I'm rooting for, and I think they're it's not the typical she's the damsel in distress and he's the this. So I think they're so good, you could really put them anywhere, and I'm going to be into it. And then not to speak ill of, the original actor who played Orville died when before they made the movie. So that's why he couldn't be in the second one.
No.
I'm
sorry, not to like
Wilbur. Wait, Wilbur in the first one, right?
No. No. So that Wilbur was in this movie, Rescuers Down Under. Orville was in the first film, played by Don Knotts. I thought
it was Jim Jeffries in the first one.
No, it was played by Don Knotts.
Really?
Yes. I can look it up.
Yeah, because I
look it up.
I
cast
looked too, but wow.
Wait. What's it? Wait. Okay. Wait. Let's see. Wait, why aren't we not loading here? Oh, okay. That's.
Wait, let me also.
Mr. Seuss. Oh.
Maybe not Jim Jeffries. Right?
No, maybe it says Jim Gordon, but I
think Jim Jeffries is a.
Well, it says Jim Gordon, but I was positive it was
Don. Right, it does sound like Don Knotts. Yeah, but because I was reading on the wiki that they wanted to bring back the original cast, but the original Orville fell at his house, and I don't know if he had passed away yet, but he was too injured to do it.
See, I just looked up not too long ago that. Maybe this is Mandela effect because I'm like
I was gonna say you're on the Temu version of Google Me.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm okay.
Listen, I'm glad we cleared that up because I would hate for people to come for us in the comments if we were wrong. But yeah, no, tragic that he wasn't able to be involved in the sequel. But I think if you're gonna bring in John Candy as his brother, I think John Candy is marvelous in this movie. I think McLeach, the voice performance is excellent.
Yes,
it's one where I'm kind of like I like everything about the movie, and we'll get into this. That being said, I think it could have been even better.
I agree. Yeah, I mean, going back to the score. The score, I want this to come out more of like a good thing than bad. I feel like this score was one of the things that carried this film.
I agree. No, I agree with that.
Because from the beginning, and the very beginning, that opening scene, and then also when the mice are sending the word to New York City.
Absolutely.
That epic adventure music really, that theme constantly playing throughout the film. Every time I got bored or felt like I was starting to lose my attention, every time I heard that, I was back.
Yeah,
I was back.
Well, and also here, let's compare it then even to the original Rescuers, because I took notes. But the first movie, I think, is the most somber, or at that time was the most somber opening to a Disney movie ever, where it was actually a child, a real child who was in trouble. Most of the movies at the beginning are really happy. This one, it started very dour. But that being said, I have a very soft spot for the music in the original Rescuers. I love all the songs, but I'm also going to say the movie doesn't need them. The opening song does a lot for the movie, but then the other ones are...
It's really sad.
Yeah.
That's the one thing my mom did not like watching the movie. Just
Do you have
because
a corgi?
Of that. No, that's my roommate's dog. He's a Shiba Inu.
Oh, he's so cute. Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
No, and I'm not too... I have to say, if we're going to compare the very beginnings,
yes,
I felt like the Rescuers Down Under got very to the point.
I agree.
A little bit better than the first film. Like, I get that you need to, like, show, like, everyone who worked on the film. And I think more people worked on the first film.
Well, this is also, like, when they did credits before the movie.
Yeah,
so you're seeing all that, too. But, yeah.
But, yeah, it took its good old time in the beginning. And
it's very sad.
It is pretty sad.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't really get you super energized in the movie, but like the music in Rescuers Down Under hooks you.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, what adventure are we going on today?
Yes. Yeah, it's interesting too, like, because I was thinking about in the first one, it's a pretty wild, like, tonal shift. Mm-hmm. And also that the music, like, again, I love them, but it's also because I love 70s music, and I feel like
me too.
That music firmly timestamps the movie in a way that Rescuers Down Under, maybe with a couple tweaks, is a movie that I could see being released like today.
Yeah, I agree.
If Disney was still putting out good movies, what?
Who said that?
Yo, I just saw Tron Ares. It was bad. Next question. Right.
Was it really that bad?
I loved the 9 Inch Nails score, and I fell asleep a couple times. And I was like, you know where I shouldn't be falling asleep? In the Tron movie.
Yeah. That's a bad sign.
Yeah. All right. But yes, you were talking about things you liked.
I have to say, I was thinking about this today when I was at work. The whole, like, globe thing when they're sending the message, did that not make you think of Indiana Jones?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
I wonder if that was the influence. I mean, it had to be.
That and not Crocodile Hunter, Crocodile Dundee.
Yeah.
There was a big... So do you know the story about why this movie got made?
No. So
basically, back... I have a theory about... Well, I know why this movie was made, but I also have a theory. So The Rescuers was the most successful Disney movie up until, like, the Disney Renaissance happened.
Yeah.
Like, The Rescuers was the, like, highest grossing. And they were pitching The Great Mouse Detective, and people were like, you can't do that. It's too similar to The Rescuers. And then the studio was, like, furious with the direction of The Black Cauldron and how that was, like, the production of that. They were really upset. So then they were like, listen, go ahead and make Great Mouse Detective because, like, we need that juice back. And then when it looked like Disney was starting to do better, Rescuers Down Under was like, okay, it's very much like a time to make money movie. Yeah. And, like, you can kind of tell, but the whole purpose of this film was like, all right, like, we're getting some of the good faith back. Let's really earn it. So basically the movie, they were hoping it would be impossible to fail because everybody liked the Outback was a big thing in 90s movies. So that's why they set it there.
Okay.
And so I think all the vibes you're getting, the Indiana Jones, 100% that's there. Like, every 90s movie is. They talked about Bernard having, like, gadgets like James Bond at one point, and I was like, I don't like that.
Yeah, no. I mean, like, I can see it, but at the same time, I feel like the moments that Bernard has in this movie, it would definitely, like, take away from that.
Mm-hmm. And that's why you have Jake.
Yeah. That is true. That is true. The animation in this movie, phenomenal.
Yeah.
Especially like the scenery to, like, the animals. I'm just gonna say it, and you can or any, like, Disney fanatic might want to put my head on a spike after saying this. I'm not saying it's a better movie. I think it may be better animated than Lion King. I know Lion King is a really good film.
Ooh.
And I'm just saying, I just saw Lion King in theaters last year, and then I watched this movie last night on my like big screen TV, and I have to say, I felt like there was a lot more detail in this film than Lion King. Now, I'm not saying that Lion King is not a good movie, and I personally do not think The Rescuers at Down Under as a whole is better than The Lion King, but just art wise, I think Rescuers Down Under might have Lion King beat.
Here's where I'll push back a little bit.
Okay.
The Stampede.
That is true.
And Mufasa's Ghost.
Yeah.
Which again though, but like I do think you're talking about two very different styles of animation.
They're almost. I mean, they're two different movies. The only thing connecting them is Disney.
But I think you appreciate the more like utilizing animation to be cartoony and like over the top, and I do think Rescuers is like, I think it's kind of like they get to create maybe a little bit more of a world. Like I do love like how everything is smaller. I love the I love when they're in the restaurant in the opening of the movie like that. So I think it kind of gets to be more creative than Lion King does. And so pea soup, I was obsessed with that when I was a kid. I wanted pea soup. Turns out it's like not good.
Yeah, it's I think actually a poor person's dish. I think I'm not sure.
I mean, peas are cheap, so
yeah,
I ate a lot of peas.
I don't know why I find that so funny. I'm sorry.
I just had peas.
That's like the restaurant was great. Like I keep going back to this when like the message is being sent, like the little like headquarters, or just like the broken down vehicles. Just all of that was just so cool.
The Wilbur flying sequence is really impressive. Yeah.
Do you love like that guitar riff they do like every time?
It's so good. Yes.
I'm
gonna listen to that at work tomorrow.
I would say I do like that John Candy was in this movie.
I mean, he's like, I do, and this is not just because the documentary about him just came out, but I think he was a top tier talent, well, like one of the funniest ever.
I think that's also, I mean, he was pretty big, like 80s. Now, I mean, he died
in 94, so like this is before that, and so yeah,
it had to be. I think, not to say, I think he might have been. I mean, I'm not like, I know you're.
It was towards the end of his life, but yeah.
Well, I know you're more versed in like filmography and like actors than I am. He's the only one I kind of recognized from the cast. I mean, I recognized like Bernard and Bianca, but like I looked through most of the cast and I didn't really recognize any of them except the guy who played Frank, who was in this weird 90s sitcom, The Red Green Show.
Well, this is we're also talking, this is a pre-Aladdin world where like they didn't sell animated movies based on their cast. So like had this movie, been made after Aladdin, let's say, they would have been blasting that John Candy was in the movie, which I don't think, like when I was a kid, I didn't really know, but I knew that Robin Williams was in Aladdin when I was in that same age because I'd seen commercials.
Yeah. Okay. I have a question, but I'll ask it later. Okay. I'm trying to think. It's just, the animation was great. Here's like Small World was great. Yeah, go ahead.
Here's a question for you. Let's go pound for pound. Who do you think? Because I want to talk about Penny versus Cody, and I want to talk about Medusa versus McLeach.
If I have to choose, like, are you just saying like choosing, or just...
if we're going for who's the more compelling character?
See, I'm gonna be like, it's gonna be two opposite, or ends of the spectrum or two sides of the same coin. I think Penny and McLeish.
Yeah,
I think that's. I mean,
Penny had me in tears on this rewatch. The scene when she's talking to Rufus about like they picked the little redhead girl because she was prettier than me, that messed me up. I was like, my day is ruined now.
Yeah, and then like, I will cry every time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and then when she's like, after Medusa calls her, says like, no one wants to adopt you because you're a homely little girl. I'm like, that might be the most evil thing that's ever been said to like a child in a Disney movie. Like, because it's real, you know what I mean? Like, it's something you could hear a terrible person saying to a child. So I feel like you feel for her more. I think Cody has a little more agency. Like, he's going to try to get himself out, which is interesting. But originally, he was supposed to be like an Australian native, and they thought that was going to be a little too politically charged. So they kind of shifted at the last moment. And I'm like, I don't know which way I would have gone with it, but I do think Penny is. I root for her a little bit more.
Yeah, when she prays too.
Yes,
that
when she gets adopted at the end.
Yeah, that's good.
Whereas, like, I feel like Cody doesn't have as good beats.
All right, not necessarily to go into like what we dislike, but
yes,
I was thinking that. In my head, I know it's a Disney movie. I know it's not real. But there's no way in my head that this kid should still be alive at the end of the film.
No.
And I'm not talking about anything like with McLeish.
Yeah.
I'm talking about everything that happened before.
Yes.
The kid literally scales the side of a cliff.
Like Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible 2, which had not come out yet, so Mission Impossible 2 ripped this movie off. But yeah.
And also, I love how, like, when we're in Australia, almost everyone's talks with an Australian accent.
Uh-huh.
But except this kid.
Uh-huh.
Which, I mean, we got an Australian actor to play Jake, but we can't get an Australian actor to play the kid.
And his mom.
Like
his mom has one little line where she does the Cody, like, are you like, she has that one line, but it's in an accent.
Yeah, it's in an accent. I don't.
So where do you get this voice from?
Yeah, you would know. I mean, this is probably not true. He had to be related to somebody. 100%.
Yeah. Well, like, also, I mean, I worry that Disney might have been like, well, he has an accent, and if he has an accent, people won't relate to him as much. Like, that sounds like something they would say,
we know that's crazy, like, now, just because of how popular Bluey is.
That's a great point, actually.
Wow. I mean,
yeah.
I think we've talked about this. I don't know if we had it. I love Bluey.
It's fire. It's a great show.
It's like for kids and adults.
It's an amazing.
Like, it's a family show.
Yeah, Bluey is top tier.
Haven't had something like this in like decades or
since
a decade.
Arthur.
Yes. Yeah,
I'll say
I
that.
Agree.
Boom. Period.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, Cody. Yeah. Cody is just like, he's a pretty like bland. Like, I don't want to see him in peril. But like for Penny, I'm actively like, someone's got to get her out of here.
Also, Cody, I feel like is really dumb.
Yeah, like when he sees Marahuta's eggs and he's like, "You're a mother." I was like, "Yeah, dummy."
Yeah.
Also,
I mean,
like,
I love their interactions though. Like that was cute. But then on the other end, I'm just thinking it's like, okay. I mean, I think it's I love the heartfelt moment when like she's tickling Cody while flying, but like. That's sorry to put my realism hat on. Like she should be like slicing like the kids like I mean, we don't want to see that. And also when she's showing him the eggs, like if he touches the eggs, like any like mother is going to like either like nip at you or like. Yeah.
I don't want to victim blame Cody. But here's my and I've thought this ever since I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
If a known criminal, if I came face to face with a known criminal and they were going to let me go, you know what I wouldn't do? Start talking trash. I wouldn't start being like, I know who, like if he was like, oh, like my bad, you can go. I'd be like, okay, bye. And then like, maybe go tell the authorities like he's hiding here. But I wouldn't start running my mouth to a known killer of like, I'm like, this boy is like, he seems to have selective intelligence, which is the problem. Yeah. Like sometimes he's really smart. And then other times it's like, you don't say to a poacher, I'm going to tell the ranger. It's like, just run, just go, just get out.
Or like, and also when like he finds the feather, like, where did you get it? Don't say it's a present.
Yeah.
Or if you say, I found this, or my mom
in the opposite direction.
Me. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like also when McLeish lets him go, you don't run where like you're gonna believe a criminal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like here's the thing. Is checking on the eggs on the priority list? I would say so.
Yes.
But it's not the top of the list.
No.
The first thing I'm doing is I'm running home.
Yes.
We're calling the Rangers.
Yeah. Hey, Mom, I was kidnapped by a poacher, and here's where he is. And now, by the way, there's some eggs that need taken care of.
Yeah.
Like, come on, Cody. Like, and I'm not saying Penny's like a genius, but at least that's one where it's like she's had a hard life. And she's actually been like kidnapped.
Yeah.
And even she's just like I love when she's sassing Mr. Snoops and she's like, you're going back down there. And she's like, no, I'm not. Like, I'm like, good for you. Like,
well,
stick it to him.
She's funny.
Yes.
Like she has spunk.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cody does not really, I mean,
I want to see the rescuers save him. But
I guess the one thing that redeems him is his heart.
He's a sweet kid.
Because he cares about the animals.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel like there needs to be, not necessarily I need more backstory for Cody, but maybe it's just like, I go out here because this is what my dad did. And
it's not hard. It's like a
my
line
dad
or two of
was
dialogue.
A ranger.
Yeah. Or his mom, like, I just don't want you to end up like your dad or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Or his mom is a vet.
Yeah. It's an easy, his dad was like an explorer. His mom was a vet. They used to do things together. Now, you open the movie, there's like shots of the family on the wall, and then you see like, like something of like the dad is not here anymore. Mm-hmm. It doesn't take like a lot. You just kind of have to mean it.
Ooh. What if McLeish was the one who, we don't see his dad, but let's say his dad is dead. What if McLeish was the one who killed his dad?
So Noah, you're now getting into the movie could get even better. A couple, almost 10 years ago, because I'm old, there was this show I used to love called Movie Fights. Okay. And he's ended up being like kind of a problematic guy, but there was this guy, Max Landis, who was pitching, they said, what Disney movie would be better if it was R-rated? And someone did a joke with like Aladdin, but he did, what if The Rescuers was rated R? Because he was saying like one of the darkest moments in any Disney movie that no one talks about is when McLeish gets Cody out of the hole and he does it by shoving his gun in Cody's face and says, grab hold. But it doesn't faze you. But he was saying, what if the movie opened with like someone getting their face blown off? Then so what if it's the beginning is like Cody's dad or anybody else is like that way when like you see that you're more nervous about the boy getting like, oh no, something might happen to him.
Yeah. I will say on this rewatch, just because I will say I have like not a bad history, but I know how guns work and I know what I know how to handle guns and what you should and should not do. Immediately in my head, when I saw this scene again, it was like red flag. Like,
put the other end down, not the.
And also oh, I wonder why, like, Cody's so scared. I mean, I would be scared, too, if two barrels were, like, pushed in my face.
But if you put a double-barrel shotgun in my face, I wouldn't start talking trash to you.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing. Like, and, yeah. Yeah.
It's like, you gotta know when to be quiet.
Exactly. But now to contrast that, I think like McLeach is so good as a villain though because he is like cartoony and animated enough where you enjoy it. Medusa's like a little too real.
She's scary.
Yeah.
Especially it was almost like I don't know, there was moments with her, it was like kind of like Cruella at the end of 101 Dalmatians, like with the crazy eyes.
So you know who the original villain was supposed to be for the Rescuers.
Yeah, was it supposed to be Cruella?
They were just going to do Cruella.
Yeah.
And then someone was like, absolutely not.
I think, aren't there theories that say that they're sisters?
There are theories, and I think if they were making this movie today, again, they would have been like, crossover!
Yeah.
But, I mean, I think she's just... Medusa is so frightening and unpleasant, and, like, in a way, Judge Claude Frollo is also, but he's not like your, ooh, that's the baddie I love to hate. McLeach is, like, very... That voice is so good, and his design is so good, and, like, he's scary, but not, like... Not to a point where I can't laugh at any of his jokes. Yeah. I'll say that.
He also has the better sidekick.
Joanna.
I
love
These
Joanna.
are not Joanna's eggs.
Oh, I'm hungry.
I gotta get protein.
My baby boy was eaten by the crocodile. He's so him and Joanna. I'm like, perfect. Yes.
I guess one thing I don't like is that there's no, like, sing-songies in this movie. Like, but I will say the one thing that I think is perfect for this, like, for McLeish is, like, his, like, bad, like, singing.
You
like,
can line, I can pull me. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, that, honestly, that intensified that scene.
Yes.
I mean, like, it's cartoony, but then you realize the intensity of it.
Well, it's like hearing Darth Vader say Mary had a little lamb. Like, it's gonna be unsettling.
Yeah.
It's frightening. But no, I don't know, because it's like, it was the 90s, so like, I don't know if I'm ready to hear like Limp Bizkit do their version of Someone's Waiting for You. Maybe that might have been too early. No, Limp Bizkit was like 2000. I don't know who it would have been in the 90s.
I guess.
I don't want to hear DC talk, dude.
I guess, because I was thinking, because I think one thing I felt like the movie was missing was like a song, or like maybe like to pull on the soundtrack, like maybe a Phil Collins song, or I know you don't like Phil Collins.
I don't want to hear while the rescuers are running through the outback, like, down in Australia, as we save the boy from the child.
I might like that. You don't like any of his songs that he's done with Disney?
I do like them, just not. They sound like they could just be on the radio, and I wish the characters were singing them, but they don't do it in the original Rescuers. So like I would have understood it here, but I feel like that maybe all the songs got like a bad response because the original was supposed to be a musical, and then they were like, this might be a little too heavy, and like I just don't see Bernard busting out into song.
Yeah, I don't know. I think one thing, if you could put song anywhere, just because like that's what you used to do, put like at the credit scene.
Yes. I mean, I think. Well, it's funny. Like if we're going character for character, like I don't think McLeach gets a big villain song. No. I don't think Cody gets anything. No. You know who would? There's two characters who could have had a musical number, and I feel like the movie could have gotten away with it. And it's Wilbur and Jake.
Oh, okay.
Like because they're both larger than life and like funny, and it wouldn't surprise me if Jake just busted out a song and be like, this seems in lockstep for him.
I was thinking if I was gonna put a character like singing in this film and put it anywhere, I think I would personally have Bianca singing when she's like waiting for Bernard, like she's in the cage with Cody. because I think that would be like a perfect like hope song, like the first thing that comes to my head. This is not a Disney movie, but Miracles from the Prince of Egypt.
Yes, yeah.
I was thinking of something similar along that lines.
All right, Noah, I don't know if I like this idea, and I just had it.
Okay.
And I'm thinking about it now, and I think it's making me cry, but I can't tell. What if, and she doesn't even have to sing it full out, what if she's in the cage with Cody and she starts singing Someone's Waiting for You?
I think I might cry.
But yeah, because it's like she doesn't have to sing it well.
Yeah.
She can kind of be like flawed and imperfect because she's just trying to like make him feel good. I mean, that's also not like the movie's not really about someone's waiting for you, but it kind of is. But still, I think it
would be a tone shift.
Sure.
But I think it would be one that would make everyone like super focus in, because when I was watching a little bit of the background, like at the end of the film, of like how they made the movie, and it seemed that the big push was like a big adventure action movie, which it's like, I get that, but yet at the same time, I feel like when we get to the slow moments, we don't slow down quite enough.
I agree.
And we go back to like the action scenes, or like them flying or riding whatever animals to get to Cody.
And I feel like the rescuers don't really get into that much action in this movie. Now that I think about it, it's like, it's Cody's trying to break himself out. And like the only action really that the rescuers have is like flying on the albatross and like
getting there,
and then after that, it's like we see like Bernard keeps trying to propose to Bianca, which I don't know if that lands for me. It's cute. I love the ending where it's like she says, "Of course I will," and Jake has been like the whole time like, I was rooting for this. It's cute, it works, but it is a little bit like, can I see you guys like? So here's another, and this is back to the R-rated pitch.
Yeah,
you know, what if there's a third mouse who's on their like first journey with the Rescue Aid Society, and they die before we meet McLeach, so that like there's more of a sense of stakes of like, like these characters might not make it, you know? Because I just feel like the rescuers don't really do that much in the movie, except for when Bernard murks McLeach. Because Bernard kills McLeach in the movie, by the way.
Well, or
he murders,
or here's the or Joanna. If you think about it, because Bernard did push him, but you have to agree that he would have more of a fighting chance if Joanna wasn't like strangling him for like however, well, not purposely, but on him for like however.
I thought you were going to say that she doesn't
long.
save him, but it's like she made a choice of like, do I go over with you or no? And
I thought it was hilarious when she like the wave.
No, Bernard. Joanna would not have had a place to freak out if Bernard had not pushed McLeach into the water.
Yeah. All right, let's go back a little bit on Bernard.
Yes.
Just to push back a little bit. Ooh. I personally like the whole proposal thing, and this is why. Because I feel like, not that Bernard didn't get character arc in the first film, but I feel like he got like a decent amount of character arc in this movie, and especially if you think for where he started in the first film, he's a timid janitor. Mm-hmm. He didn't even really want to like go on like the
Bianca
first mission.
Go.
The first mission, and then that succeeds, and he spends time with Bianca and like falls in love with her.
Yes.
And when we get to the beginning of this film, he's been through a lot. He has a little bit more boldness, but there's still that little bit of like that timid little mouse.
Yes.
Who's nervous.
Yeah.
And I feel like by the time we get to the end of this film, it's all gone. for the most part.
No, I agree. I mean, he kills a man, so like, yes,
well,
I agree.
And he like he's scared, like most going through the outback, but
sure.
to like save the woman that he loves.
Yes,
he literally looks fear dead in the eyes. Like he looks a razorback, shakes it, and like you're taking me like where I want to go. Yeah. And then the fact that after pushing McLeish off the thing, a little mouse, with, like Bianca says, the boy, with no hesitation, he dives into croc-infested waters.
Yes.
And literally, I mean, I remember the scene, but in my head, like, the first film's replaying, like, the line Rufus says is like, "You're little mice, what can you do?" Yes. Like, that literally played in my head. And then to see him pull that rope and then, like, attempt to, like, save Cody by pushing on the rock, I'm just like, this man's my hero.
Yeah. And he has a great fashion sense. That's why I've been him for the last 9 Halloweens, because it's an easy costume and I like it.
No, it's great. But
no, I mean, I agree with you. It's just because you mention all of that, and I'm like, so there is action in the movie, but it's kind of like, I feel like they kind of, and I love Jake. I really like him. I just wish they had gotten into more, like, I don't know, like, because I think there'd be something to say about, like, maybe if other animals were like, we actually don't really get involved because we're all so scared of McLeach. Like, I feel like and I feel like it's mentioned through the movies, but we could have seen more animals. Like, you're going after McLeach? No way. And it's like, we just spend time to see him, like, am I going to propose now or not? And it's a little like, as a grown man, I'm like, maybe when you're trying to rescue a child who's been abducted, this isn't the best time to be like, hey, what if we take a break? And like, I get it. He was going to do it earlier, but it's like, that's when I'd be like, this can wait.
Yeah. I guess the other thing, I mean, I know we see him throughout the film, but I feel like we don't have a whole lot of characters in this film. We have a lot of side characters that show up for like 2 seconds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's funny. Away. It's funny because I think you're right. They don't have a lot of screen time.
There's so many characters that I like see in the film that I want more of. Like the kangaroo.
I want to see the kangaroo make it.
Well, like the male and the female. I want to see that
kangaroo start a family with the kangaroo that's been poached.
I don't know why this rewatch I like saw the little wombats.
Yes.
And my heart melted. I want more of the little wombats. They were so cute.
And it's funny because I feel like the first Rescuers, the side characters in the swamp almost do the movie a disservice. Like, they really, like, dial the movie all the way up to being, like, a very, like, over-the-top, silly, like, Robin Hood-esque thing, which I love Robin Hood, but that's not what the movie is.
Yeah.
And this one, I feel like it's the opposite way. And we could have had a happy medium.
Yeah. What do you think about Wilbur, like, his back and the whole, like, doctor situation?
I used to, like, yell that out in school. Like, if the teacher ever was like, I was like a second grader, and if the teacher was trying to like make us do something in gym class or something I didn't want to do, I would just go, "I'm an American citizen, buddy." It's funny, but in a way where I'm like, because I get it. If they had Wilbur, it'd be very much like, why don't they just fly all over the place? Yeah. So I get that he has to be taken out of the movie, and I think John Candy's hilarious.
Yeah, I feel like my head's in a vice. Oh.
Is it necessary? No, but it's really funny, and it does provide like a lot of the animation mania that I want to see. Yeah. So like, does it enhance the plot? No, but it does entertain me, and that is the goal. So I like it.
Also, another thing I noticed on this rewatch, I don't understand how some animals talk and others don't.
Noah, you just hit on So, yeah. I was thinking about this with the similarities between the Rescuers and the Great Mouse Detective. Because Great Mouse Detective takes place in a world of mice, it makes sense that like no one talks to a human in that movie. Mm-hmm. So this is when I'm like, who can talk? Can McLeach talk to animals? Can the animals be like, please, we don't want to be poached? Yeah. Can who can talk to the animals? Who knows? So it's kind of like it gets into a fuzzy like what are the rules? And
I think it's the kids. Mm-hmm. I think it's kids can talk to animals.
But why can they talk to animals?
That's true. Well, and then also, like, why can some animals talk and some animals... Like, why doesn't the eagle have a voice?
That's... Mm-hmm.
Why? Yeah. Why?
I mean, it's one from a story structure. I understand. I get what you're saying. I understand she... Like, there's no voice you could give her that would have worked. I think, necessarily. Like, I don't... And, like, any dialogue you give the eagle is kind of... I think you feel for the eagle because it's a character who, like, is voiceless and doesn't really talk. Yeah. So it feels a little... Like, this majestic creature, how do we make it feel less defenseless? Well, they can't talk. But you could have gotten into, like, she, like, lost her ability or something. I don't know. It could have been... Or what if it's... Oh my gosh. What if it's she doesn't like make any noise the whole movie because it's like she can't or whatever. And at the end when she saves Cody, she lets out like that big bald eagle screech. And she's not a bald eagle, but lets out that big eagle screech at the end. It's like you could have I don't know. It's like just a little more time in the story room. And the movie a movie that I think is pretty great could have been even better.
I have to say, for a character that doesn't speak, she does speak, like, I would say volumes.
I agree.
Because, like, I mean, maybe not as a kid, but, like, as an adult, I could understand everything just by, like, features and sounds and stuff.
100%.
I'm curious where they got the sound for the eagle from. I know where they got... I want to say Frank Welker, but I don't think he has that range for the eagle. I know he did Joanna.
Yes,
and,
brilliant.
Frank Welker, like
underrated talent. I mean, in the voice acting community, everyone knows who he is, but I feel like outside of that, like...
well, I mean, he's underrated for the things that no one knows about.
Correct.
Like Aladdin and. This film, it's just...
Yeah. I feel like people are like, isn't he the guy who did Scooby-Doo? And it's like, he did many more things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's all over your childhood. He loves... Yeah. He's amazing. He's amazing. Yeah.
The same with Jim Cummings.
Yes.
Everyone thinks Jim Cummings just did Winnie the Pooh. It's like, no.
Jim Cummings is one, like, every time I see that he's celebrating a birthday, I get nervous.
Me too. I'm going to cry.
I'm going to be mortified. But he's still with us, so we'll enjoy him.
Yeah.
Is the entire cast of Rescuers Down Under, I don't think they're with us anymore. For the most part. Right?
I think Frank is still...
Frank is, right.
Frank is still with
Bianca,
us.
Bernard, tragically, John Candy. Like, I don't think George C. Scott either.
I think you're...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh, what
right.
a bummer, huh?
Yeah, that's...
You thought this was going to be a happy episode.
Yeah, well... Okay, Cody's still with us. I mean, I don't know if you said... Wow, that kid...
Did he do anything else?
Oh, Lord.
Oh, no.
He did Child's Play, too. Stepfather 3.
What?
$20.
Oh, no. Ew. He was the most disgusting movie in the world.
He was in Once Upon a Studio.
Oh.
I don't know if they just used a part of his voice from the
yes.
from the film.
Have you seen Once Upon a Studio?
I have not.
Noah, it's so good.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
It's 8 minutes. It's so good.
I'll put that on the list then.
Yeah.
Unbecoming Age. A Letter to Dad.
So he had a career, but...
He had a career, not a very good one.
Yeah. It sounds like it's like this, and...
Well, I mean, if you think about it, child actors back then...
Oh, sure.
Yeah, not so... Maybe it was a Jake Lloyd situation.
It could have been. That is a sad thing to think about. It's like you look at 90s actors today who were kids, and it's like you got the Culkins who have been through it, both of them, and you've got like JGL and like Haley Joel Osment.
Yeah. Was Natalie Portman also a 90s actor?
She was in... but I think she was like a... I think she came to fruition when she was like a teenager in cinema, right? Was Leon the Professional?
I thought she was like a kid at that point.
I thought she was like 12, 13. Which I feel like teen actor is a little different than child actor. In like the eyes of, Hollywood or whatever.
She was... Oh, she was 12 years old. So, yeah, I mean... She was in that kind of like tweenage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Yeah, because it's like at least Kieran Culkin doesn't really look like himself.
Yeah,
from when he was a little kid, but yeah.
Now that is. Then again, I feel like. Correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like almost every '90s Disney movie might have some like sad history tied to it.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
Oh, I guess the part that we skipped over on, I guess this was the first Disney sequel.
Yeah. Which is interesting.
Compared to all the other ones, I mean, it's barely a competition. If we're just comparing, I would say at least in the top 3.
No,
maybe even the best one. Maybe even the best
top
one.
3. Noah, what are your top 3 Disney sequels?
Disney sequels? Let's see. Let me pull them up really quick.
I will say, because it's coming out soon, I haven't even seen it yet. I do have high hopes for Zootopia 2 because, again, similar to Rescuers, I'm like, I love these 2 characters so much. I feel like you could put them in any scenario, and I'm going to want to see what happens.
All right. You know what? I'm just going to shoot from the hip. This film, Aladdin and the print, Aladdin
40
the King
Thieves?
of, Aladdin the 40 Thieves, and Frozen 2.
No, I think I'm going to go this one.
Mm-hmm.
I have high hopes for Zootopia 2. I really do. I really think it could be at this caliber.
Yeah.
I mean, and obviously the best Disney sequel, I mean, it's got to be Fox and the Hound 2, where they start a country band, right?
I forgot about that film.
No, it's a terrible movie. It's a terrible film.
That movie was a fever dream.
Yeah, people say Cinderella 3 is good. I'm like not going to watch it.
Kronk's New Groove wasn't that bad.
Well, they're the best. Kronk and Easem are the best part of.
Yeah.
So yeah, that makes sense that it would be good. I think this is easily like they had the most faith in this one aside from maybe Frozen 2. Yeah. But yeah, I think this is an excellent, like, some people say it's better than the original. I
don't think so.
I feel like I would say they're on par with each other.
Yeah.
I think I would give the slight edge to Rescuers because it just has like more moments that stick with me. Like today I couldn't stop thinking about when Bernard goes, well, if I were a pirate, that's exactly where I'd hide the devil's eye.
Yeah.
Oh, if I were a pirate, I wouldn't hide it over there at all.
I think a good way to describe this movie, describe the first movie first. I feel like the first movie has a lot of heart.
Yes.
Don't really have it in this film.
Yes.
And I feel like this film is like all potatoes and no meat. Like it's a beautiful film.
Yeah.
But it doesn't like give me like everything that I want.
Yeah.
And I guess to go into one of the things I really do not like about this movie is the ending. I feel
it's
like
very abrupt.
It's very flat.
You don't see Cody reunited with his mom at all, but you've never even like seen his mom, so who cares?
So, well, like I don't really need to see her face. I could just seeing her like embrace her. That's three things I want to see at the end of this film.
Yeah,
is Cody like reuniting with his mother. Marahute like with her eggs.
Yes,
and Bernard and Bianca getting married.
Yes. I want to see the wedding.
I want to see them get married.
Yes,
walk down the aisle together into like the golden light onto their next adventure.
Make a third movie that's just their wedding.
Yeah.
I'll write it for Disney. I'll write it. I'll write the third Rescuers for you.
There's probably a fanfic already of it.
I don't.
Someone
fan fictions make me nervous.
Someone wrote the plot for Robin Hood too.
I would be into that. I'd be into that. Again, Rescuers is one I'm like, I think, and you'd have to get really good voice actors to recreate the voices, but I'm like, I think a Disney Plus series with Rescuers would have been good. Or
it would be. I feel like it would be easy right now.
Very easy.
Especially with how many like voice actors, especially like unknown ones.
Especially people can do it from their house.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let us write Disney Plus. Let us write the Rescuers series. Give us 6 episodes. We'll make this show hit.
Yeah.
And then you can decide if you want to renew it for season 2. But no, I'm with you in that I want to see the Bianca and the Bernard wedding. And here's an analogy that I was just thinking of that I really like. The first Rescuers is your local ice cream shop, where it's like ma and pop, they take cash only. Is it a little inconvenient? Maybe, but you know what? It's like, it's worth the wait. It's worth being here. It's worth bringing all my friends here. And then the Rescuers Down Under is Dairy Queen. I love Dairy Queen. I'm not saying anything bad about Dairy Queen. Dairy Queen is a top tier chain, but it's not your local homemade mom and pop ice cream shop. And like, that's the comparison. So it's like, we're getting the best chain ice cream versus a beautiful personal experience that you can only have here. And like, I feel like the Rescuers, that version could only be released in the 70s, could only be with that cast, could only with all this. And the Rescuers Down Under, I love it. And I love that it's Bianca and Bernard again. I feel like you could have changed a few things though, and it maybe wouldn't have been a Rescuers sequel. I'm glad it is, because I think it's really good.
Yeah.
But I think the first one has more of its own voice.
So, this movie failed in the box office.
Hardcore.
Yeah, and I
think it was too late. And like, also, home video was not a thing.
Yeah.
So they were kind of just like, I think, banking on people to remember 13 years later the Rescuers. Granted, it was a huge financial success, but that doesn't mean people remember. Like, you look at any number of movies that were successful, people don't always remember them.
And I wonder if movies going forward, especially in the Renaissance, I wonder if they were nervous to go as detailed as this film. Yeah. Just with the fear of, like,
what if we don't make our money? Yeah.
Yeah. What we don't make our money. I mean, because I feel like there's only a couple that I feel like you see just as much detail. Like Hercules is underrated when it comes to all its detail. Also,
Hunchback.
Hunchback.
Say what you want about the movie. The animation in Pocahontas is gorgeous.
One of our favorites, Treasure Planet.
Absolutely.
That movie.
We're doing an episode on Treasure Planet.
Yeah,
Make no mistake. We will be back.
Yeah, they need. I don't know. Maybe we just need to do a re-release, Zach. Re-release that movie.
People would like that movie now. If that movie came out exactly as it is today, people would have loved it. Except, I listen. I love the "I'm Still Here" song. I don't think it could have been in the movie today, but you have Joseph Gordon-Levitt as Jim Hawkins. Come on, that movie's good. Watch it, cowards.
All right, are we ready to rank this film?
Ooh, yes.
Okay. All right. If I'm going to count my change, this is the part of the episode where we rate the film from 0 cents to $1, or scale essentially from 1 to 10 or 1 to 100. Zach, would you like me to give my rating first, or do you think you ready to?
Yes, because I have a number. I have a number in my head, but I want to see if it matches yours.
So I feel like this movie. There's so many things I love about this movie, like the score, the animation, and it held my attention through the entire film, because I barely looked on my phone during this film, and that's good. And McLeish was great as a villain. Loved Joanna. We didn't really talk about some of the minor, like Frank as a minor character, though we got him for it. That was funny. And we got Bernard and Bianca back, but I don't quite think it's missing something. And we've talked about stuff that we could have added, and maybe it needed a little bit more runtime.
I agree with that.
Maybe just a little bit. So I'm thinking, because I don't want to give this too low of a score, but definitely not too high. I feel like it's a solid it's a solid 70 cents. I think it's a set for me. It's a 7. I don't really want to call it a 6. It's. I was thinking maybe about around 75, but I think 7 for me is where it is, because I can definitely rewatch this film, because that's another reason why I put around 7, because 7, if it's a little lower than a 7, I'm probably not going to rewatch it.
Yeah.
It has to be 7 or higher. I definitely could rewatch this movie.
Or 10 or lower. But
yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it deserves more love. I personally do. I was looking at reviews online. Apparently people in 2025 on Rotten Tomatoes really love this movie.
Good. Yeah, it's one I was thinking, because every time Hannah and I go out dressed as Bianca and Bernard for a costume party or something, people always think she's Daisy Duck, and they have no idea who I am. And every now and then, and it's so rare,
I get a little bit tired,
but people will be like, "Oh, Bianca and Bernard." It's rare, but whenever people do, they're psyched about it. And I was in Disney World last week. I wore a Rescuer shirt. I was the only person in the park with any Rescuers merch.
Yeah.
One person recognized it on the cast. Only one person on the cast said anything about it. So it's one I'm I don't think it's found the cult following I would hope for it to find. But when you and I write the web series, I think it will. So if I'm thinking about in terms of money, right? I have little stipulations, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I was a kid, I used to go to the corner store, and we would get what my sister and I called 50-cent sodas. And we would give my dad a hard time because he would spend, back in those days, $1.68 for his 20-ounce soda. But my sister and I, we got one for 50 cents that was 24 ounces and more sugary and more this and that. But it wasn't the real thing.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how I feel with this, where it is those same characters that you love, But aside from that, it's kind of a totally new-ish thing. Like, a lot of the themes are still there from the first one, but it does feel like it's brand new. But that's not necessarily a bad thing, because like I said, you could put these characters in any story and you'll like it. But I do think if those characters weren't in the story, the movie, I don't know if it would have been better or worse, to be honest with you. I don't know if they relied on Bianca and Bernard and like the nostalgia there, or if they kind of felt like they had to tailor it around them, you know?
I wonder if they did a re-release of the first film when this came out, and maybe they did.
Sure they
and did. Honestly, I feel like if they were going to do this again, I feel like a double feature, like a both films, would have definitely helped. And while I have to share this out, when you were sharing your moment at Disney and Disney merch, I saw this video on Instagram of a piece of Disney merch that I really want now, from Hercules. It was Payne wearing the Hercules sandals.
And I had to talk myself out of buying it because it was like $40, and I was like,
$40 for that little thing?
Yeah, I was like, I don't need it. I also saw a full like plush Baloo for like $44, and I was like, it was tough. But back to my how much I'm going to give the movie. I'm going to give it 77 cents. But I'm going to give it an extra cent because of John Candy. So we're going 78 cents from Zachy over here.
Yeah.
And again, I think this is one I wonder if they did a third movie. I mean, I'm sure it would just go straight on Disney Plus, but it's kind of like, I think about the Chip and Dale movie, or, you know, how... So I don't know. I think if someone with a cool voice had a cool take, this is one I would be interested to see more. And I think if this movie was garbage, I wouldn't be interested in that. So I think that's a testament to the quality.
So if you were to say you're a good pitch, like the third movie or the series, where do you think we're going next? Are we going somewhere? Are we back in America? Are we going maybe to like Europe? Are we going maybe to the North Pole? Maybe we're going to Brazil.
Oh my goodness, the Rescuers at Christmas in the North Pole. I could be into that as a short, maybe. Ooh, where are we going?
The Rescuers Save Christmas.
The Rescuers Save Christmas is very, very good. Ooh, I would be into that. Actually, I really like that. And maybe you set it in like Antarctica or something.
What if a little boy is going to like, oh, I missed giving my letter to Santa, and he's trying to go to the North Pole, and they have this.
Who are they rescuing though? That's like they have to be rescuing someone, right?
Well, they're gonna rescue the little boy.
They're gonna because he got lost on his way to the North Pole,
and then definitely like.
And they befriend a friendly polar bear who's going to help them get them. Yeah. Oh, okay.
And then, like, I would say, I mean, obviously you have to play in Santa. Like, maybe, like, they're pulling the boy on a sled, and then, like, they see a house.
With a team of huskies? Yes, I'm into that.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not actually Santa, but it's a guy who looks like he has a little cabin, and he looks like Santa, and you kind of have, like, is that Santa?
Yeah.
You know, like, is he? Is he not?
I don't know. Zach, we just do the better version of Balto.
For real. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I do feel like there has to be an element of children being kidnapped, unfortunately, in these movies. I think that's kind of... So, maybe he was on his way to give his letter to Santa.
Yeah.
And someone... I don't know.
I know.
To be continued.
We could put Krampus in the film.
No. I don't want to see Bernard deal with Krampus. No, this will be Bernard's last fight. Yeah. Listen, we'll pitch each other ideas back and forth, and if we come up with something good, and this episode gets X amount of views,
yeah,
we'll come on and we'll come on and pitch our third movie next time. How about that?
That would be good.
That'll be good.
That would be good. Well, Zach, thank you. Thank you for doing this. You're one of my favorite people to talk to on the podcast. It's just, we're kindred spirits.
Yes.
That's just how it is.
This was a pleasure. I was on my friend's podcast like a while ago for work, but like I haven't been on a podcast like this where it's like I get to watch a movie that I have opinions on and then like prep and I haven't done something like this in like such a long time, and this is really nice, and I love that I got to do it with you about a property that's very near and dear to my heart and should be near and dear to more people's hearts.
Yeah. Well, you are welcome whenever you want to come on this podcast.
Let's go.
Whenever you want. If you have a movie that you really want to talk about, send it to me. I'll watch it. We can talk about it.
We'll talk about Noah on your podcast.
Oh, we can. We can. I still haven't seen it all the way through. I've seen it. I just not all the way through.
I get it. It's long. Yeah, let's. Mm-hmm. We'll do it.
And also, I think we didn't watch it when it came out because someone from our church really disagreed
I want to talk
with
about
it
that too.
Theologically. But Zach, I know you're not very current, but I'll put your links for Godfellas and the Honey Initiative in the description.
Honey Initiative is working on new music, which hopefully we will have out. I'm excited. Not soon, but we're in the process of writing a new EP, maybe a new full length. We're just figuring out how we're going to record it and what direction it's going in. So that's exciting.
If we want to talk about talent, you and Hannah are so talented, especially not with the singing, with the songwriting. Like all of your lyrics were phenomenal.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you.
They were great.
A lot of blood, sweat, and tears went over. Every word had like a back and forth. So. Yeah.
Well, that's sadly just writing.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you, man.
Yeah. Well, thank you for listening. Please be sure, if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, to give us a 5-star rating and share it with your friends. If you're listening on YouTube, please like, subscribe, comment. I'd like to have conversations with you.
Yeah.
Let me know what you think of this episode and what you think we should cover next.
Yeah.
And I have been your host, and always remember, Jesus loves you. Watching cartoons gives you class, and make sure to go outside and touch some grass.
Woo!
I'm glad you didn't say the other words.
I would never.
Two sides of the same coin.